Rookie camp season is here, and we're going to take a look at the Baltimore Ravens and get our first look at Mike Green, edge rusher, who fell to the Ravens in the second round. We're going to watch these clips, loop them, and continue to talk ball and Mike Green and the Ravens. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're looking at the rookie camps. We're looking at the clips. We're looking at OTAs, minicamp, and training camp, finding those players, seeing what they're doing behind the scenes at practices. We're also looking at workouts. You need to click that subscribe button so you know what your players are doing on the field. Click that button, stop missing out. We're looking at Mike Green today. And this guy's a problem. And I do not know why. I do know why he fell in the draft, but to that extent was insane. The Ravens pretty much got 2 first-round picks in this year's draft. He's a first-round talent. I get the allegations and everything else. You got to watch for that to pan out. But still, this is a huge talent. A huge talent going to the Ravens. He's a first-round talent. A monster. His stock climbed throughout the process. You see the speed right out of the stance there. These are the cinematic clips from the Baltimore Ravens. We got some other clips to go along with this. Very nasty off the edge. Very nasty off the edge. And we said this while we were mock drafting. Because I wasn't mock drafting trying to guess the draft. I was mock drafting to get a feel of the player pools. So I just have an edge of what could potentially happen for some of these teams. We looked at the back end of the first round. Those teams that are built well. Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs, a few others. And we're like, players are going to fall to them. Starks fell to the Ravens. Now you got Mike Green. Mike Green's like a top 12 pick, top 10 pick. You caught him at a discount. He's saying that it didn't happen, and you just got to see what happens. And if it's not, you got him on a huge discount. Huge discount. You got yourself a first-round pick in the second round. That's what you got. And you got a player here with a motor. A motor that's nasty off the edge. That's quick and fierce. And is a player that we just watched the highlights. We watched the tape all throughout the offseason. It's unbelievable that he fell to the second round. It's unbelievable. It is very unbelievable. The Ravens are stacking chips here. They're stacking chips. This is a move that's going to allow them to be better. This is a move that a few years down the road, you're going to see him on the field, and you're going to be like, whoa. Whoa, they spent a second-round pick. They did their due diligence. They did their due diligence. They drafted him. He also said in an interview that he took down the names of all the teams that passed on him. The Ravens passed on him, so I get it, I understand. But still. But Green, it's the tape. He's fierce. He's fierce off the edge. He's nasty. He's quick. He's very assertive. This is an edge rusher that you got a huge discount. You're watching him move off the pads, quick off that, just very twitched up. Just a very twitched up player that's strong. That's it. He's going to be a starter for a long time. He's going to be a starter for a long time for the Ravens. This is a player to pay attention to. Look, they got the boom mic right there. They're getting some more footage. They're getting more footage than just this. You see that right there? Just quick out the stance. Just quick, ready to rock and roll. And this is an edge rusher that I can't believe he got in the second round. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it. Because we are mock drafting him. Top 10 sometimes, top 12, top 15. Sometimes we played around and let him fall to the 20 range. And we're never going to where the Ravens was at in the first round. He was never falling that far. And then it was draft day. You're like, what? And then you hear the news. And you're like, well, he still went in the second round. They took their chance. He's that talented. They took their chance on him in the second round. Even with those allegations. That's what you're getting. The Ravens did their due diligence. They know what they're getting here. They were excited about it. I guarantee you that. You guys should be too. This is a player that's going to make an impact on the defensive side of the ball. Just a player that was really rated higher than Starks. Higher than Starks. You see how ferocious he is when coming out of stance hitting that pad right there. Rated higher than Stark. Some people earlier in the process, late January, had him as the best edge in the class. True story. Following this, some people had him as the best edge in the class. He fell a little bit. He was moving around between 1, 2, 3, 4, somewhere around there, depending on who you were looking at. But there was not a mock where he was not in the first round. There just wasn't. And we went over him. This is a player that's going to be a huge get for the Ravens. He's going to help this team out. It's just one of those moves where you just look at the Ravens and they do it again. They do it again. But you're getting a good player here. Very good player. Very disruptive. Nasty off the edge. That defense got better through this draft. That defense got a lot better. Like, you got Super Bowl upside of these 2 first-rounders. I'm going to call them 2 first-rounders now. If these 2 first-rounders hit, if they cash in, Ravens got Super Bowl upside big time. If they hit within the next couple years, yeah, Super Bowl upside big time. Because how are you going to take that away? Because you just got a discount in the second round here. You got another first-rounder, a top-tier first-rounder. Not just a first-rounder, but a guy that easily top 15. You consider dropping him in the mock, playing pretend. If you push him past that point into the 20s, that's a huge discount. That's a huge discount. A ferocious defensive end, outside linebacker, edge rusher, whatever you're going to use him as an edge, coming at you at that price tag. That's huge. Ravens just won huge in this draft. And we told you throughout the process they're probably going to clean up. How I knew just because how the player pools are going in the drafts is why I wasn't trying to guess on the mock drafts who was going to land with what team or try to just match fits. Whenever I was on the clock for X team like the Ravens, I was like, well, I could see them go here, 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 and this is why. And this is why because this player pool's drowned out. This one's drowned out. We're plentiful here where we can wait. That's how he figured it out. It's better than trying to guess because you're going to be wrong because of trades anyways. Mike Green's a monster. You guys got yourself a monster. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.